It's the Sean Widmer Podcast. It's a journal by someone that just really doesn't like to write.
Today's podcast, we'll see how it goes. It is going to be recorded with my junior producer, my new junior producer. Woods is sleeping next to me. Woodsy, what's up? How do you sleep with your dad pretty much yelling at you? I mean, he sleeps well. Sleeps well. I mean, look, he's in a good spot. Just had a bottle, crushed a bottle, had an enormous dump. And so life's good. Right now, he just gets to hang in this like comfortable pillow lounger that he has. I mean, what does he have to be irritated about, right, Woods? No need to cry today. He doesn't cry. This dude's a machine. My other kids have all the personality, and maybe this guy is just going to be our chill, relaxed kids. We might have wasted all of our personality. My wife and I might have wasted all our personality in our first two children. And maybe that's going to be a detriment at some point to Woods. But I'll tell you what, as a parent right now, surely doesn't stink. Today in the podcast, I've discovered the Walmart people talk about when they talk about Walmart. I've discovered it. We'll talk about that. I had some thoughts on clothing, fashion, not the kind you're going to be thinking of, and a toy to avoid if you have kids. I am a little rattled right now because I'm coming off a beatdown. We did the emergency pod. I did the emergency pod yesterday. We saved the comments. We saved the comments for the end of the podcast. If you send a comment, we read it at the end, seanslife.com. I believe the comments are back up and working on Spotify, so you can leave a comment there as well, or on YouTube, youtube.com/Bomarewski. I think you could leave it on Patreon. As always, this show is brought to you by the members of the Sean Widmer Podcast Patreon, patreon.com/Sean Widmer Podcast. With those people, that is the reason why this podcast is able to continue. So thank you to the people who support this podcast. It means a ton to me. What was I saying about everything before I jumped into that? I don't remember. Oh yeah, I'm in a rough spot going in today. I'm in a rough spot. The emergency podcast was about college football. I mentioned the comments because Roberta had sent me a message that said, loved the emergency pod. So excited that you reconnected with so many people. Your excitement is palpable. The excitement's huge, and it has been so fun to reconnect with people, for sure. And a reminder of why I stopped talking to some people in a fun way, in a nice way. So last night, and I'm coming off of this right now, and I'm dealing with it. I'm trying to. My 1-8 Buffalo Bulls, coming off a user versus user loss to Tyler, T. Eric's 12, just took me to the woodshed. Took me out behind the woodshed. 47-7 beatdown. I mean, just throttled me. From the get-go, he just throttled me. I talked a lot of trash saying I was going to win by 200, and about 3 minutes into the game, Tyler realized there was no shot for me, and he just kind of giggled his way through the whole game, which is the worst kind of trash talk. He didn't really talk any trash to me. He just kind of giggled on every play, and I would throw an interception, he'd return it for a touchdown. He'd just kind of giggle, wouldn't talk trash. It was the worst. I just hate him. So, yeah, like I said, great to reconnect with people. Wonderful to reconnect with people. I will say this. This is not a video game episode. The addition to, I know Xbox has had this, but the addition to Discord servers accessible on your PS5 is game-changing. Because now if you can get into a Discord server on your headset, so everyone can be in your voice chat. You know, whether you have your phone, your computer, you're on your PlayStation, you're on your Xbox, everyone can just throw the headset into the voice chat, and it's maximum chaos. It's maximum chaos. When you are losing a college football game, and you know anyone in the league can jump in and talk to you and talk trash during the game, maximum chaos. I love it. It's a game changer. Okay, enough. I have a wonderful, I've been very blessed. We're going to power through. We're going to power through, in the words of Dave Sposito. Powering through this 47-7 loss. I have a wonderful mother-in-law. Wonderful. She's so great. And she does so much for the family, and she's just awesome. Full of energy somehow, because she's got a ton of grandkids. She's got, I think, 10 grandkids now with Woods here. And my mother-in-law is great because she puts in a lot with the grandkids. And my favorite thing she does, my mother-in-law puts in so much time with these grandkids, and then eventually she gets to the point she's like, I am tapped out, and she just leaves to Florida. They have a condo in Florida, and she'll just leave. And it's like Lisa has it is on empty. The gas tank is on empty, so she runs she runs the engine as hard as she can while she's in Lexington, and then when she's out of fuel, boom, she's gone to Florida, and we don't know how long she's going to be gone for. She'll just be gone, and then eventually send a text that says, "I'm coming back," and then everyone just takes their kids to her house, and we deplete the fuel again until we force her to run off to Florida. So she does a great job reaching out, and she's like, "Look, I'd love to take your kids this day. Can I have your kids this day?" Which is a crazy, wonderful thing for someone to send you. Can I take your kids today? The answer is always yes, but it's so nice of her to do. So today, she is doing the dumbest thing. As much as I love her and as great as she is, she's also not smart. And my wife said, "Hey, the kids are going to be with Nana on Wednesday, and she's going to take them to the movie theater to go see Trolls." Trolls is like the showing. A lot of the movie theaters do this, especially during summer. They throw an old movie up in the theater, and they a discounted rate at a weird hour, like a 10 o'clock showing, 9:45 a.m. showing of an old movie, and you can take your kids there, and it's not $500 to get in. So Lisa's going to take Olivia and Huck to Trolls, which is already a dumb thing for her. Taking my daughter is great. Taking Huck is a nightmare. He's good for about 20 minutes, and then he's like, well, I have to explore. I saw 50 things on the way into this movie theater that I need to go touch, so I'm out of here. And you can't keep him still. You can't keep him in his seat. He's going to go crazy. So I already was like, Lisa, love you, but what are you doing? You have a swimming pool at your house. Just take the kids to the pool, put them in their floaties, and throw them in and say, I'll see you at lunchtime. Truly. And just sit there in the back and read a book or whatever. But no, Lisa's an adventurer. She's going to take these kids to a movie. Then I found out she's taking my sister-in-law, Casey, her kids to the movie. There's 4 of them. And then my kids, 6 kids in the movie theater with one little Lisa. Now, if you've ever seen my mother-in-law, she's 5 foot, 100 pounds. All of the grandkids are bigger than her, all of them. And she somehow is now going to try to wrangle 6 of them, 2 of them 3 and under, who are going to absolutely not let her sit and watch this movie. And Godspeed. Godspeed. And most of me felt bad, like I'm not going to put you through this. But the second she showed up to my front door, I couldn't have got my kids in her car fast enough. The whole morning, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to tell Lisa, just take Olivia, don't take Huck. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Here are both of them. That lasted, the thought of me helping her lasted until I saw her car and my kids started walking to the front door and I was like, here they are. Enjoy them. So good luck, Lisa. But shout out to the mother-in-law, shout out to the grandparents out there who help out with the kids. You are true heroes among us. She did do something. You know what, Lisa? You can't just be great. We got to tell you your flaws. You have to point out, I want to be real with people. I'm not just looking to brown nose and say everyone's great. When someone does something wrong, we'll admit it. And my mother-in-law did something really dumb. And she bought my kid a toy. And that sounds great. But she bought my kid, who Huck is so into the movie Cars, it's insane. And so she bought him some cars and he loved it. But she bought him 2 Micro Machine cars. A mini Cruz Ramirez and a mini Lightning McQueen. So he's got all his normal size, Hot Wheel sized cars, and then she got him these 2 mini ones. They have been lost more than they have been found. They have been lost more than they have been found. And the second they are lost, it is a nightmare situation at the Widmer house. It is DEFCON 5 or whatever the most DEFCON, the worst rating is, atomic bomb style DEFCON. Whatever that level is, that's where we're at in my house. And then we find, I dig everywhere in the house, and it's somehow Huck has put Lightning McQueen in the weirdest place. Like, how did you even know this part of the house existed? And I'll dig around underneath books in a pipe somewhere and pull out Lightning McQueen. I'm like, holy cow, there's 2 days of searching. Here's your Micro Machine Lightning McQueen. And he has it for 30 minutes. And the second I take my eyes off him, he has lost it into an even more unique place. And it's like in the attic in a vent. We haven't been, no one in this house has been in the attic except for Huck, somehow, with Lightning McQueen. And so we have to go search again. and find it. So as great as Lisa is, what do we do? Don't buy a 2 year. We've learned our lesson. Don't buy a 2-year-old micro machines. Now, having said that, I fully expect Huck to have a whole set of them because Lisa also has a sense of humor. Micro machines, man. I loved them as a kid. I now understand why no parent wants them. Not only are they small and you step on them, hard to see when you're cleaning up, they're easy to pass over. Happy Passover. And then you step on them in the middle of the night and, you home alone it, you slip, fall, break your neck, all because of micro machines. Loved them as a kid, hate them as a parent. So shame on you, Lisa, for getting my kid the hardest toy for him to keep in his possession. I wanted to give a shout out to the Walmart in my neighborhood. I am a Walmart lover. I love Walmart. If you know me, you know Target, Walmart, Shopko. I don't know if Shopko still exists. Circuit City doesn't exist. Any kind of department store like this, I am a gigantic fan of. If Anna ever wanted to just she's like, what do you want to do for date night? I would just choose to walk through a mall or Target and Walmart and just look at things. Not even buy things, just look at things. I love it so much. So Walmart to me is wonderful because there's so many things, right? The selection's crazy. Whether it's food, clothing, sports stuff, arts and crafts, electronics, kitchenware, like whatever. Walmart has everything, and I love Walmart. I could spend a lot of time roaming the halls of a Walmart. And we have one here in our neighborhood, really close. I also love it because it's open till 11. It's the latest shop in our neighborhood that's open. And weirdly, in the last week, I've had to go there 2 times after 10 o'clock. And we live in a cool neighborhood, very normal neighborhood. The neighborhoods around this Walmart, very normal. I've walked my kids in all these neighborhoods, just normal neighborhoods. Very, very leave it to Beaver style neighborhoods, right? That style of neighborhood, very neighborhoody. Never feel like you're in danger, but yet you also never feel like you're being looked down on. It's just great neighborhoods, all surrounding this Walmart. But for some reason, this Walmart is, when you enter it, you have entered the people of Walmart. We back in Spokane, we had some Walmarts that had some stuff going on, but you never felt like you were in that Walmart that you see online where the people were posting the people of Walmart. I found it. It's this Walmart. So, and let me explain. In the last 2 trips, 2 in a row to this Walmart, I've been there. Both times were after 10 o'clock. The first time I went by there, and it was to get microwave popcorn, late night microwave popcorn run. I went in, and first thing I see, produce section. 3 people, 3 adults, probably in their late 20s. And one of them was in SpongeBob pajamas head to toe. Whatever. The problem was they had 2 kids. One was probably 5 and one was 2. And they were both just in diapers. Okay? Just in diapers. No shoes. No nothing. Just in diapers. And one of them was licking the cantaloupe that they had in their hand. And I don't know that was purchased. They were just kind of standing there by the produce. And one of them was licking the cantaloupe. And I thought, okay, 10 o'clock, a little late to have your kids out. 5 years old, probably a little late to be wearing a diaper still. And also definitely should have some clothes on in the Walmart instead of just barefoot diapers only. Okay, so we had that one. And that, that's not the craziest thing, but it was just a little bit like, what are we doing? Okay. Until I saw this one the next time I went to Walmart. And that one was the probably 65, 75 range year old lady in underwear and a tank top soliciting people in the self-check line. Never thought that was going to be something that I witnessed in a grocery store, Walmart, whatever it was. Just straight, like, just not even trying to be sneaky about it, just straight up. Here's the offer. Here's the offer. And, just had all the looks that you'd expect from the people of Walmart website, in her underwear, in a tank top. It was something else. And so that's 2 trips in a row to this Walmart. Again, all the neighborhoods around it, wonderful. I don't know where everyone's coming from for this. I don't know if it's a setup where Walmart is like, look, we are going to be that Walmart that makes the headlines. So we are paying people to come here and do wild things. But I can't help wanting to go there every night at 10 o'clock now. It's like the thing I want to do. Also, shout out to Walmart. I talked about cars earlier. They're doing an exclusive NASCAR meets Cars toy set. And I think it's going to be a wonderful one for my son because for some reason, the company that makes the Cars toys, it's not Hot Wheels, and I don't know who it is, but they don't fit on a Hot Wheels track. They really sucker you in with this one. So you get, all these great cars from the movie Cars, and you can't run any of them on your Hot Wheels track. You have to get like the own special track, which I can't find anywhere, but Walmart has a deal with NASCAR, and they're releasing track that works for all these cars. So finally, all of my son's collection is going to work on track. I'm very, very, very excited about that. But shout out to the Walmart on Nicholasville and Manowar for being the Walmart from people of Walmart. I'm so happy I found it.
Kelly's, what are you into?
The baseball All-Star Week was this week. I freaking love it. I think it's the best of the All-Star weeks. I love the NBA All-Star festivities. I actually like the NFL All-Star festivities. I know a lot of people rip the Pro Bowl and stuff. I think the flag game has been fun. I love all the cool extra stuff they do with the NFL stuff, the skills competitions and everything. The NHL, I think, has a very fun All-Star Week festivities. But I love the Major League Baseball one. Maybe it's because it's in summer, and probably just because I love home runs, but they have great stuff going on. And I love the home run derby, and I love the celebrity all-star game. Kane Brown with a monster home run in that one. I love it. I will watch the celebrity softball game every year. I think it's great. And then the home run derby is fantastic. It's just dudes hitting home runs. That's great. And then the all-star game's fine, but we do need to address the all-star game. I know a lot of people are mentioning this right now, so I just wanted to get my 2 cents on it as well. I understand Nike, I'm assuming it is. I think they run the jerseys. I understand making specific all-star jerseys for the teams. Okay. I get this because you want to sell jerseys. But can we just get back to the players in the game wearing their own jerseys, their home team jerseys? Okay. Can we just do that? They're, the AL, NL, whoever's hosting, they get to wear home. And then the other side gets to wear aways. And you just wear your own jerseys. I don't know enough about baseball to know who's on what team. I want to be able to tell very easily. All right, if you're a Philadelphia Philly, I want to see you in a Phillies jersey, and I think that looks great. And it's not like it's hard to tell who's on whose team in baseball. In the NBA, you might be a little tough. NHL might be a little tough if all the players are wearing their own jersey. You just got a lot of jerseys out there, but it's not like in baseball. If a ball is hit to the outfield and you've got the left fielder and center fielder running towards it, and the guy's like, wait a second, that guy's in a different jersey than me. I wonder if he's on my team or not. You kind of know who's on whose team. Or the guy running, you tag the guy running to the base. That's the guy who you're trying to get out. So I would just like them to get back to wearing their own jerseys. I think it looks cool also on the field when you get to see them all. Again, I understand Nike trying to make money on these all-star jerseys, but they also stink. The all-star jerseys I thought they looked dumb this year. So not only are you robbing us of an opportunity to see all these guys in the jerseys we love, but you also made jerseys that aren't great. So now we have to watch them play in not so great jerseys. But there's got to be a way around it for them to make money off jerseys. Sell maybe hats, but I want them in their own hats too. You know what? Screw it. I just want them in their own jersey, period. Sorry, you're going to lose money on that. Let's read some comments and get out of here, shall we? Let's read some comments. I need to see if there was any on YouTube from Monday. Let me bring that up real quick. Okay, we had one from Roberta on YouTube. She said, dads and daughters. When Amanda was born, I was working. Amanda's her daughter. Mark is her husband. When Amanda was born, I was working and Mark wasn't. He stayed home with her unless he was subbing. His relationship with her is far closer than mine. He cried every time we stuck her on an airplane for college, and she feels the same about him. When she was having a corneal transplant, we could afford only one of us to go. We asked who she wanted. Dad was said answer with no question. Even when Olivia gets older, you will still be close. There is hope. That's all I want. That's all I want. I love my little girl. But I'll tell you, Mom is powerful in this family. The draw to mom in this house is insane. All right, we head over to the website, Sean'sLife.com. We have a comment there from Paul. I believe this is from Paul, my buddy Paul. Not only entertaining, but educational too. Amazing. I think we learned something about microwave popcorn on Monday. I think we learned something. And then Yvonne said this on Spotify. You can make your comments on Spotify again. Popcorn is a great snack. I use the Stir Crazy Popcorn Popper with Orville Redenbacher popcorn and popcorn oil. The Stir Crazy Popcorn Popper. I think that's the one for the stovetop. Very cool looking. And Orville Redenbacher popcorn and popcorn oil. Okay, I love those ideas. So Yvonne goes on to say, not a microwave popcorn or air popper fan. What? Microwave popcorn makes me nauseous. Did when I was pregnant with both boys. Oh yeah, you're toast. You're toast. I am in that once a food makes me nauseous or I get sick off of a food, I'm not eating it again. Air pop popcorn is like styrofoam. Don't like butter on popcorn. Lots of salt, seasoning salt, or flavored popcorn toppings. Yvonne, what is the best flavored popcorn topping? I went through a good spell of time where I was putting different Uncle Dan's flavorings on my popcorn, and it was amazing. It was magical. Uncle Dan's, if you're up in the Northwest, Uncle Dan's seasoning packets. I think the ranch one, it's so good on your popcorn. Air pop popcorn is like styrofoam. Yvonne, shame on you. It's the best tasting styrofoam you're going to get. All right, thank you for listening to the podcast today. I hope you have a great midweek.